Welcome back to the Runs podcast. I am tired. What's happening, you right?
I'm also tired and got a shit voice.
Mine goes and then comes back really fast. Like when we were down on Heartbreak, my voice was gone by the time like the first couple of bikes went through. Then it just comes back again for the run.
Come back to life. Mine's been awful yesterday and today. It's getting slowly better, but yeah, what a day.
It's just the best day out ever, isn't it?
It's class. Like this year it just seemed to be on rides. Like it was just insane. Like, but yeah, we'd say it every year how much we love it, and just keeps getting better and better. And yeah, it was unreal again out there.
Yeah. Ironman Wales 2025. We were worried sick about the weather. I reckon we were more worried about the weather than the athletes because at least they're keeping warm and spinning around the place. But we were going to be stood in one or two places, freezing cold if it was raining. Obviously, like.
Yeah, we was checking all week with me, and as it got closer, it looked like it was getting better. But then Saturday was an almighty downpour all day because I was already down there and I was hanging. Yeah, but thank God it dried up and
but
we was
Saturday's
all right.
weather was disgusting, wasn't it?
Oh, filth! But we was walking around just absolutely drenched down there.
But the weather came, the weather went. I can't believe how busy it was this year. And then you feel like there's a weird little sense of entitlement. There's like, wait a minute now, I was here last year, like, and I had loads of rooms, so I should be given like, I need more room because I was here last year. Where were all you last year? Like,
yeah, even walking up from Saunders at breakfast when I was like, if anyone's on our banking, we've been here for fucking years. Not that we fucking own there or anything, but no, it was class just seeing so many people out there on that hill, and just everywhere was rammed, mate. New edges, the corner by there on the run, everywhere was just rammed. Like, it was fucking brilliant.
It was wild on it this year. It was so busy.
I got to apologise for my swearing there. I seen Sam and Morgan, Creeber's mother and father yesterday morning walking around, and they told us off for swearing, so apologies.
They didn't answer the poll, innit? But maybe we'll stop a little bit. We're too tired to swear today anyway. I done 25,000 steps.
Good going, mate. Good going. And yeah, that's mad, innit? Like, someday, like.
But I also done 25,000 steps, but didn't sit down from 6:30 until 9 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah, and then like we don't sit down, do we? We'd stay on our feet there by the banking.
Yeah,
we're up in amongst it, and we are back and forth talking to other people, and yeah, don't sit down then until get home.
No,
which was late. But other people out there, they're on their feet even longer, aren't they? So
I don't know, but because they sat on a bike for ages, right?
Oh yeah, I suppose. It's a bit harshly digging in with that.
It's a monumental shift. Fair play to everyone. We know so many people that were doing it as well.
Yeah, this year seemed the biggest among people we knew as well, wasn't it? So that was probably what made it even better as well.
Yeah, like we can't rattle through them all. I mean, my tracker had 35 on it, but some incredible shifts all around. Some mixed bags from the E3 boys.
Yeah,
they're up and down with them, obviously. But all in all, good day all round. I mean, Kyle, fantastic shift again from Kyle. He's a weapon. Wolfpack, loads of round the try, being led by Jay Browning, obviously. Warriors, Joe Gallifant, just a lot of them out there getting shit done. 3-1E, Will Morris, even he had to work this year.
Yeah, I seen him the next morning and like got his sub 12. He was a happy man, but he said he's done with a longer distance for a bit now. Rethink, but yeah, just everyone when like obviously Stephen George, what a shift he put in. Fuck me.
But Stephen George, right? Stephen George from Park Brimbach, right? We track him all the time. He's always doing the events. But there's another Stephen George, and our Stephen George that we know has moved clubs. We didn't know, so we've been tracking the wrong Stephen George for the last two races. And I've been like, what the fuck's happened to this guy? Like, no offense to the other Stephen George, but I'm like, what's the matter with him? He's got long COVID or something, have he? And then we seen him in, obviously, he's in NFT colours now, isn't he? So we were
Jealous, yeah.
tracking the wrong Stephen George for 2 races. But lo and behold, he's beast mode still.
Yeah, beast mode still, 11 low, fucking unbelievable performance. Yeah, it was so many great performances. E3 boys, like I say, mixed bag from our mates. You know, some of them had bad days, but still got the job done. Some of them had unbelievable days. Floydie is like, give a shout out because he's had 2 nightmare years down there, didn't finish, and then back with redemption this year with a sub-11, absolute beast mode. Yeah, so it was landed for him and his family because they've gone through the ringer the last couple of years.
Yeah, it was so nice not to have Charlene crying. Like,
yeah, she was so happy walking over that hill to New Edges with him already gone to the run. It was like, you and the boys were fucking loving life. Like, that was brilliant. But, and then, yeah, like the other end of the E3, like Leachy, our mate from NFL, Fantasy, like, what a warrior, like, to chug that out. He's a big guy in Leach, so.
Yeah, he's a big
kudos to him. Like, he was still going round on our run. Every time I seen him and cheated him, he didn't say a lot, just the old hand up, you know, thanks and fair play, got the job done. And all of them, like every single athlete out there, some shift, like, because didn't rain, but apparently it was really windy on the bike, so a tough bike.
Yeah.
Swim didn't look the easiest from down on beach level, looked a bit choppy and cold, apparently.
Yeah.
And yeah, the run's horrible. Like I said, walking up it again, this is fucking horrid.
This year I realised more than ever before how horrible our run is actually, because it's not flat.
You're nowhere near flat, mate. It's hanging. It's such a long drag up.
It's like running up Bridgend Road for 4 hours, like.
Yeah, it's
like
really hard
Road
run.
Is 4 hours long.
It's a really hard run. Even the town bit, the next is so. There's a lot of downs, turns, ups, tight. It's just buzzing. Like, it's brilliant support wise. But, like, that's a tough marathon. Like, fair play to him. Like,
yeah, what a day out, though.
At the end of that, but yeah, what a day again. We had a great laugh out there, doing our bits and bobs. Seeing Rod come through in the runs, swimwear edition. That was fucking funny as. Loads of people loving that.
How about that? They look. Rod's been moaning at me right since that. He's like, "Oh, you made it look like I've got a fanny. You've cut out my ass." No, but you've got a fanny and you haven't got an ass. I made your back look great.
Yeah, his back looked amazing.
It's your own fault.
What a sport, like chucking him on. And, yeah.
Absolutely. So once we've got over the madness this week, I've got loads of photos and videos and stuff to go through. I've got to edit this episode and everything, but hopefully by the weekend then we'll put the feelers out and see if you want us to put the bathers into production. Big cocks, small cocks, no cocks, whatever. Like
we was threatened with we should be wearing them next year on the hill, shouldn't we? So we'll have to see. There was a group of them, wasn't it? The Merthyr lot. Was it ATG Merthyr in them? All day, fair play to them lot. They were mad as artists as well. Great laugh. Yeah. Them lot. But because it was cold, wasn't it? Like, even though the sun was out, it was fresh. Like, I had a hoodie on all day and then a jacket.
Yeah, I had a hoodie on all day.
Fair play to them. Like,
no, definitely. The only negative, walking back, there was quite a lot of rubbish left on the hill, which is a bit shit for obviously.
We bagged ours up. Ours was bagged up.
There's all you can do is look after your own rubbish, innit? But take your rubbish with you.
Yeah, there was, because even I noticed when I walked back later and had to go obviously that way, there was a fair bit of rubbish about, like on sides of the roads and outside people's houses. So yeah, come on, people, do better, innit? You're there enjoying yourself, just pick it up, take it home in a bag.
But yeah, what a day on the hill. I look forward to it. Because when you have a massage off Georgie, he's a good laugh, isn't he? But he's serious Georgie when he's doing a massage as well. On the hill.
Good. On the hill, yeah.
He's dangerous, Georgie. Squeezing your shoulder till it hurts, Georgie. Like.
Yeah, you forget how good that grip is.
Yeah.
Brilliant laugh.
But yeah, and thanks, George, for sponsoring me, because you were moaning that I hadn't said thanks for your sponsorship, so I do appreciate your sponsorship and everyone else's sponsorship as well.
Yeah, like, obviously the date's out for next year already, and then there's a lot of people jumping in and out with that FOMO already.
I'm not inspired. I'm done. My inspiration's over.
Yeah, you got London, look forward to it. That's your inspiration.
And then I'd probably just go Strava Dark and just train until I'm confident I can do it in sub 11 and then go back.
Then just go and smash it out. Like,
What else been going
He's been in
on?
for 4 years. Now he's doing
Yeah, where's he
something
been? Like, just done shave for 4 years and just come back with a massive beard and drop a sub 11 in running speedos. So that is lemon drizzle cake on Alison.
Brilliant.
What else has been going on? Berlin Marathon. Now, again, Berlin Marathon was exactly the same time as the run, using it as Ironman. The tracker was hard enough to get on. If you imagine all them people there using the internet, blah blah blah. So we haven't really been able to keep up with what's been going on in Berlin. We know Lizzie went sub 3. Sai Brummy had a brilliant run as well. Dale Beecham, our mate, a guy from Tonrevel or Gilbertdale, I forget. A day to remember, a day to forget. But he did enjoy the day before when he was up on a massive building on a bloody swinging over Berlin. Like, so can't have it all, Dale.
Can't. Swings and roundabouts, literally. I don't think Sean enjoyed, did he?
No, Sean, I don't think he must have struggled to shake off the niggle that he was speaking about.
Yeah.
And the heat as well.
And he said he's never done enough marathons.
Yeah, he will, though.
Of course he will.
Yeah. I tell you who ran a good time in Berlin. Sub 3.
Sawi.
Almost as good as Sawi. But this guy's had more number 1 hits.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, your buddy.
Harry Styles, sub 3 marathon. How about that?
And he doesn't look like he wears proper running kit either, does he?
I was looking at that. It probably is, though, let's be honest. Right?
But
it's quite a throwback, his kit, isn't it?
It's like quite baggy, big shorts, long sleeve top.
He had alphas on, though.
Oh, did he? I didn't notice that. But yeah, he's probably just trying to hide in and not be stand out.
Yeah, which is hard when you're Harry Styles, I guess.
I suppose so.
I tell you what, speaking of Nikes I won't be wearing, and I'm absolutely gutted about it because I've been waiting for them to come out for months. I can't pay $210 for Vomero premiums. Like,
no, it's madness, crazy price. You sent it to me just now, a couple of hours ago. Like, they're obviously copying on with the Asics, like Super Blast, and they're like 200 odd for a daily trainer. That's fucking mental. That's meant for a daily trainer. That's absolutely mental.
I think they'd be more of a lifestyle shoe as well, maybe.
Maybe they are quite a cool looking shoe, but yeah, I wouldn't be paying that.
No, absolutely not.
No.
But yeah, so that was Berlin. The Worlds were on, obviously, as well. Dipping in and out of that as well. Some class photos coming out of it, which is my favourite thing about athletics, really.
Athletics anyway, yeah.
Fantastic runs as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, like we did, obviously, my boy was injured leading into it, but no excuse. He told the line, he had to go in the 5k final, made a push for it, fell apart. Hocker come through and won as I thought he would. Mills was nowhere. Don't know if he had an injury. We was watching on the phone when we were doing the thing. Yeah. Keely obviously third, Georgia and the Bell second. Didn't see that coming. Thought maybe Georgia would have a silver, but behind Keely. But that was a bit of a shock. It. You did call it. You did say earlier that, or previous episode, you'd fancy Georgia to beat that. Yeah, that was a bit of a shock.
Again, that's just me. I don't deal in facts or anything like that. That's just where I wanted to happen.
That thing just wanted it to happen. Yeah, brilliant.
They're besties as well anyway, so they won't care.
Yeah. They won. Femke Ball destroyed the hurdles. Sydney destroyed the 400. Yeah, some good racing. We didn't see a lot of it again. But no gold for Britain. And to see the British Athletics excuse, I thought that was a bit weak.
The vest hanging?
No, moaned about the heat, the time difference and where it was and what time of year.
Don't send a team in.
No, but behave. They're all professional athletes. Like, come on. They were all up there 3 weeks before. And it's the same for every fucker. You can't come up with that excuse because we didn't get a gold.
Nah. Well, it wouldn't have been like, 12 goals despite the heat, would it?
Yeah, no. Be better, innit?
Yeah. Hannah Bria, our mate, she didn't get off she didn't get into the relay team, but she tweeted about obviously not tweeted.
Experience.
They don't tweet anymore. I mention it because we know with Hannah, again, a lot of them are full-time pros and stuff like that, but she's had to beg, borrow and steal to get the time off work and these are new distances to her as well, because she's been chopping and changing distances for a while now, haven't she? So yeah, I can imagine that's an incredible experience for her. And again, when she can take back to work and inspire the kids she works with as well, I guess.
Definitely, must have been pretty, saying Tokyo on the other side of the world with the best of the best. And yeah, even if you didn't get on, probably training with them and her every day. Must have been great.
But yeah, it's been a well covered, good event by World Athletics. Yeah, like I said, the photography, like the rain in the middle of it all was like the rain we had on Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it looked.
But when you're in a track with the lights and everything, and people know what they're doing,
not wandering around Tenby in a freezing cold winter's rain, trying to find somewhere for coffee when there's thousands of people doing the same thing.
Oh, I know, but yeah, good.
But I'm not mourning. It was still a great weekend, and I will be back next year to do it all again.
Before we get our guest on, we've got to give a shout out to Lee Wallace, who didn't get a 4, but his body stopped play. I spoke to him on a weekend, and we obviously were with Dan on the weekend as well. And he got the first 3 done the first 3 distances. Scotland, Ireland, Scotland, job done. And then they'd done the full distance on England, but it went over that 12 o'clock finish, so the record was gone at that point then. But so were his fucking legs.
Yeah. But he still done it under 17 hours, but it just rolled into midnight because they had a later start, because of obviously the time and how long it took on the run, I think Dan said, wasn't it? And then, next morning in Tenby, the record was obviously gone, but obviously I think Lee's legs were as well, which is no fucking surprise after that. That's some effort, so I know you'd be gutted, Lee, but some shift.
Oh, Dave, 3 on 3, people like that. See, he'll see as a failure, won't he? You'd imagine. But what an achievement. 3 on a bounce is ridiculous. And it's a shame he didn't get that victory lap, but means you've got to go back and do it again, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And
probably up the game.
Last shout out for previous guests as well. What a man, what a sport, what a lovely bloke. Bob Thomas trotting around, getting it done in Wales a week after the Worlds. But he broke my hand with an I-5 at one point as well.
I know, he said, he's fucking come through with some force, fair play. But again, another 11:30, wasn't it?
Yeah, disappointed with it as well,
Yeah, disappointed with it. Week after Nice, in Wales.
Bob,
fair play, mate. 2 on a bounce, 2 cracking efforts.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, let's take a quick break. And this week, we are with Hannah Irwin. So shall we get Hannah on for a chat?
Yes, let's go. Looking forward to this. We've been trying for a while.
Welcome back. We have finally been joined by Hannah Irwin, a podcast that's been a year in the making. But do you know what? We're better at it now, so you probably get better coming on now. How are you, Hannah? You all right?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. I am sorry for the delay, but I think you'll get the best version of me a year later.
Yeah,
definitely.
Happy days. Winter block has just started back in the Syrian heat, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know. My first session was 26 degrees. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, excellent. We'll obviously get up to present day now, but what we normally do, like I said, with our guests is throw it right back to your school years and when you started running or what other activities you were involved in school and when those activities took a back seat and you became a runner, I guess. So what was school like for you, sports-wise?
Yeah, for me, it was good. We had a school running club, which you could join when you got to year 3. But I was so persistent that I wanted to start running in year 2 that I think they just got fed up of me asking so many times that they eventually let me join a year early. And I kind of joined it. And I think when you are the school age, if you're naturally good at something, you kind of want to do it more. Whereas if you weren't naturally good at it, you'd probably just leave it. And I kind of found that I had a passion for it, but also that I was naturally quite good at it. So I just kind of, stuck at it through the school years. And that was all inspired by a junior school teacher I had. I just saw how much running seemed to add to her life. And she just always seemed such a positive person. So I thought maybe running could do that for me. And I didn't train for running at school. I would do every single sport under the sun. whether it be like basketball, hockey, rugby, whatever was going, I would do it. And then only started really like training for running maybe like once a week when I was in those senior school years, but I didn't ever do it more than that at that time.
Yeah, so we didn't like that's mad to have like a running club in like your second year of primary, really, isn't it?
Yeah. It was just like a lunchtime club run by one of the teachers, and
Yeah.
we literally just like run the school field once. And to start with, it was mostly joined by people who just wanted to get lunch early. And then after that, if you kind of enjoyed it, you were like, okay, I'm going to keep going. And I did keep going.
Oh,
Wa-
that's
Was
brilliant.
was that just down to that teacher because she was a runner and she had run before?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like there was something inside me that was just intrigued by running. I had like quite a lot of energy, and it seemed quite a good sport to try and get rid of that energy. And then seeing her kind of drew me into it because I saw the effect it had on her, and I just, yeah, wanted to give it a go and see if that kind of impacted me in the same way.
Yeah. And that's crazy, isn't it? Because it's sliding doors. We speak about it all the time. But if that teacher hadn't been in your school or you hadn't gone to that school, that's not a curriculum thing. I think that's what Nikki was getting at. Then was she
Yeah.
putting it on because she loved running more than the school were putting it on across the board. So if she hadn't been in that school, you hadn't been in that school. Who knows what you're doing now?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely 100% down to her. And sadly, when I then went into senior school, she actually passed away. So I
Oh.
kind of feel sad that she never got to see the impact she had and how
Yeah.
that made me into the future. But I'm still like thankful so much that she did do that because, yeah, like you say, otherwise I wouldn't have really found the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. So then you went off to comp, obviously, and then you're still diving into all the other sports and stuff like that. But then I guess GCSE, when we start picking out GCSEs, maybe year 10, and the later years in senior school, you said that's when we're like, right, I can actually run a bit. I'm a bit better than everyone else without being, obviously, you're very humble as well, Han. But that's what we've got to think as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I actually, when I was at school, I never joined a athletics club all the way like senior school. I never joined a club until I went to university. And my school teachers even said to me, you should go join a local club. Like they would really be able to push you further. And it was just never something at the time that I wanted to do. I was just happy doing all my school sports and doing a bit of running, but I didn't really want to. I found a club environment a little bit intense when I was that age. So I just never went to it, even though they kind of said you should. I just, yeah, loved being at school. And I think it's so important for like young athletes or young kids who like running to realize that, you actually don't need to start training for it when you're young. It's best to just do everything. And, as long as you've got fitness from being an active kid, that's going to pay into running. You don't actually need to do like running training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point, that, because like I know a couple of friends who were really good runners. John Butler was like, when he was young, he found that being in a club and being pushed so much, it grew him away from it, and he fell out of love with it because it was too much, just intense, always running, always training every day, and like finding your own path like that and just sort of enjoying running, but enjoying other sports as well, I suppose. And then you still find your way back around, and yeah, I'm good at running, right, I will now make that jump and join a club. Because like I see it a lot now on your Instagrams, these young kids running like 5 and 10Ks and
Yeah.
stupid times. It's just mental.
Yeah,
What's going to happen to them?
I even saw one the other day. It was like I don't know, 12 or 14-year-old, and they were like advertising this half marathon they were doing. And I was like, why are you doing a half marathon when you're that age?
Crazy, like, yeah.
I know. I've seen that on Instagram as well, and it gives me a bit of the ick, and it'd be like Gareth's running journey, and then it says account managed by parents. It's like, fuck, just give him a break. Like, just let him go out and run and figure it out. Like,
Yeah, I actually even said it to my mum the other day. I was like, sometimes I do wish maybe you'd have pushed me a bit more when I was younger so I could have achieved more when I was young. And she always was like, no, I don't think you would have ever wanted it. Like, they never tried to make me do anything. It was always me saying, can you take me to this? Because I want to go and do this club or things like that. They never once, and they still don't now. They'll be more the opposite of like, do you think you should have a rest? And I'm like, no, I don't need to rest again. But I think it helps just to let your child kind of figure it out for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. So what did you go off to uni to do then? Was that with running in mind then, or was it with education in mind?
A bit of both. So I didn't really initially know what I wanted to do at university, and I didn't want to do anything like sports science. It just didn't have an interest to me. So I actually studied English with creative writing at university, and I did go and look at the likes of Loughborough. But at the time, I hadn't really achieved anything, and I went to look round it, and I kind of just thought, I feel like I'm just going to get swallowed up here, and
Hmm.
I think it
Yeah.
was would have been too much for me at the time. So I ended up going to Surrey, which is in Guildford, and they had amazing facilities. Like, they had everything you would need, and the local club was really good as well. So I kind of figured, in that, like, in that university environment as well, I would be able to get a little bit more support because I wasn't like surrounded by hundreds of people who were of a great level, and also just kind of develop at my own rate rather than feeling like I had to
Yeah.
push things too soon.
No, I think that, yeah, because I remember the kind of character that was applying to go to Loughborough in sixth form and stuff like that, and it's definitely a swallow up environment, isn't it?
Yeah, I just don't. I think I would have probably, like, I was struggling a little bit at that time anyway with like my fueling, and I was like, would
Mm.
soon be faced with like big injuries, and I just think at the time it would have kind of destroyed me rather than have helped me grow.
Yeah, push on.
Yeah, absolutely. So did the university have like a good sports program and a running program as well? I know, was you doing that on your own?
Yeah, they did well in terms of like athletics. I went to the local track, the local club, so Guildford and Godalming, and was coached by somebody there. So it was kind of more through them that the training was. But then the uni itself had a like high performance program, and in my
Mm.
second year, I then got onto the program, and they would give you like strength and conditioning support. They'd give you like free access to the facilities, and they'd give you quite a bit of funding, like, within the university. So that was kind of good to be able to have access to that to try and develop through that way as well.
Yeah, definitely. And then you leave university with your degree? Yeah.
Yep.
Creative writing degree as well. So did you go, what was the planning? Going into work, or
No,
then
well,
when does the running come in?
I finished my degree. Well, at the start of university, I was kind of faced with like my first big injury, and that was kind of the chance where I was like, either I just sack this running thing in, or I give it a bit more attention and take it a bit more seriously. So I decided to then take it a bit more seriously, and as my like went through my undergrad, I'd say I did start to develop and had some like better performances. And then
Yeah.
at the end of uni, I kind of felt like I had only just started to develop, and the thought of going into work just didn't seem like, it wasn't something I wanted to do. So
Yeah.
I actually then decided to do a master's. So I stayed at uni, and I did that over 2 years. I remember speaking to my parents and saying to them, like, I don't know if you're going to agree with this, but I want to stay at university for longer because I want to be able to pursue my running. And my dad, he was a sailor when he was younger, and he always regrets that he didn't kind of pursue that more. So he just said to me, like, you can't regret anything. You've got to go and do what you want to do. And I guess over the 2 years of my master's, it also interlinked with COVID. So I was kind of able to give more time to running anyway.
Yeah.
Um, and that kind of allowed me to, yeah, push that on a bit more.
Kick on, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's important, like, so far you've mentioned two really important people, with your primary school teacher and then your dad, that are both helping you to kind of pursue the dreams as well. But
Yeah.
then pursue it on your terms as well, which is like it all ties into what we just spoke about with the kids that might be being pushed a bit more now these days as well. So I think your journey, although with like you've had the injuries and stuff like that, your support network has been kind of linear throughout as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that was also, so when I was at uni, I did also work part time for a Danish company online. And when I then left uni, they said, like, we want to give you a full time job. And I said, like, oh, I really don't want to do that. I want to pursue my running. And I don't really want a full time job. And they were like, no, that's fine. Honestly, like, you can still work for us. And they fully support my training, and I can kind of work around that. And I still do that today. And they've also been another
Right.
sort of key figure in helping me be able to pursue my running, because I've been able to like work the two alongside with the full support of a company that like understands what I'm doing. And I think that's
Yeah.
kind of rare for them to be like, we understand, we're like your second priority. But they seem to be really good about that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you spoke about COVID, and so many people we have speak about COVID being a massive catalyst in their running careers. And we've had people like you on Ham, we've had people that are slower, we've had people that are faster. But how did that COVID, how did you navigate that, and what kind of differences does that make to catapult in your running career maybe?
Yeah, I think COVID was just a good time to be able to like train and not race because previously, like I'd raced quite a lot or had training and then got injured, and I'd never had that chance to like just train. And I kind of had that period because you couldn't race, and I feel like that really brought me on a lot and allowed me to then kind of see that actually, I can give more time to this and hopefully continue to develop. So as like bad as it was, I don't think without COVID I would have been able to get such a good training block in and push forwards.
Yeah, and develop the base then, really, is it?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It was just being able to train without any interruption and not racing because even if you're like obviously racing is great for you and it gives you good fitness as well. But if you're like racing all the time, you're just not getting in that consistent
Yeah.
training. And I
Yeah.
didn't kind of realize that I hadn't had that. And then COVID allowed me to, do that.
Did you race much pre-COVID then? Because obviously you were spinning plates.
I kind of raced as much as I could. I had a lot of like issues through university, like I mentioned previously, with injuries, and then
Mm.
I was dealing with coming back from like underfueling, and I had really bad anemia. So I'd kind of not really been able to get to a healthy point either to be able to race a lot. So I
Yeah,
did what I could, but I never, had like a full season as such.
Yeah.
absolutely. And then after COVID, you must have been chomping at the bit then, feeling stronger, fitter, just better.
Yeah, definitely a lot better. I just kind of wanted to get out there and just race and see what it was all about. And I think just before COVID, I had my coach I was with at the time. She kind of said to me that she didn't think she could take me any further and I needed to find somebody else. And I really respected her for doing that because I think it's quite a tough thing to say to an athlete, like, I
Yeah.
can't help you anymore.
Can't do it.
And then when I left her, I then started training with James C. And that also gave me like access to a bit more intensity than I'd had before because he had, that next step up of knowledge that I kind of needed at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got the experience, haven't he? Like he's obviously done it himself as well, and obviously he's coaching a big pool of people and a lot of talented people. So yeah, that must be great to have him on your side.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was kind of exactly what I needed at that time. And yeah, he really helped me over the next few years, which, I will always be grateful for everything he's done because it helped me a lot.
Yeah, and James has been on, and obviously we know James through Tonopandi and Ponty. And I get another positive, good person carrying you through these steps of your journey as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's been, like you said earlier, it is so important to have those people in your corner and the people who believe in you because I think you can believe in yourself so much, but you do need those people to sometimes believe in you more than you do just to like remind you that you are doing the right thing and keep you going in the right direction.
Yeah. Did you see last week Ben Claridge is going for his record in 2026, and that's his goal for
Yeah.
2026. What do we reckon?
Yeah, I think he's got it.
Yeah. Ben is like, I could watch Ben run all day. His form is beautiful. We've seen him up in Tonopandi. We'll get on to Tonopandi, obviously. But then after COVID, and then you start running as well. And we've spoken about this a million times with loads of different people online. But then you've got that kind of, because it's underfunded, in it, and there's not a huge amount of money to be made in kind of running. So you've got to like consider that content side of it as well.
Yeah.
But you must have thought that must come a little bit easier to you. Not maybe the editing and stuff like that, but the storytelling because of your education history.
Yeah, I think maybe I kind of liked that part of it because it started off that I used to keep a blog and I loved keeping a blog because I felt like I could document my running journey but in a way that I was also passionate about with writing. And then
Yeah.
kind of as the years changed, I kind of realized that people don't really read blogs anymore. They don't want to sit down and like read this long thing that you've got to do. So I kind of tried to give more of my story on Instagram and more latterly like try and do that on YouTube. And I think I do enjoy like probably less like you say the editing side. I don't really know what I'm doing there, but creating a story itself is kind of something that I do enjoy.
Yeah, and look, there's content creators all over the globe and in running, and I think you were one of the better ones because your story's authentic as well. Because we'd see a lot of content creators, they'll drink dirty dishwater if someone pays for it and tell them it's nice, right? But your storytelling is authentic, and you've already got the backing of brands, so you're not chasing that either. You're actually just telling the story and documenting it. But you're not so much looking for the payday is the wrong word, isn't it? Because you're going to get hopefully paid from these content and stuff like that. But you're not chasing anything. It's just another arrow. Bow. Is it bow to your arrow or arrow to your bow or whatever the saying is? You'd know better than me.
String to your bow.
But I think that's it. Your story is authentic, and then your storytelling is authentic, and then your content is natural and good and enjoyable.
I mean, that's kind of what I like want to do. I mean, I don't have the biggest following, and there's a lot of other runners out there who have a much bigger following, but I kind of feel I just want to be myself. And if myself isn't, going viral, then for me, that's not really what I want. I want to, build a kind of community who maybe is followed on my journey or can like relate to it in some way. I think that's the most important thing. Like, I just want to be myself. I don't want to pretend to be anybody else because I'm not very good at doing that. And hopefully, like, that builds a following over the years. But I'll just be myself, and whoever follows, follows.
Hey, and it's not always in the numbers. I mean, it looks good at first glance, innit? But it's the people that are engaging with it and everything and enjoying your journey, and the numbers don't always reflect what's going on behind the scenes. But that's enough about that for now, because I don't want to get us all in hot water. But so after COVID, back to business. Obviously, that was 5 years ago now, wasn't it? So what's like the last 5 years ago looked like for you, building up to, well, Tonopandi when we seen you last, really?
Yeah, I mean, the past 5 years have been quite turbulent. I've had quite a lot of injuries in there and like struggled to really get a lot of consistency, which I think it's probably just been down to where my body's been, what I maybe put it through when I was younger, and trying to just get some sort of I guess it's understanding of my body, which I feel like I am gaining a lot more now. But I had a injury, and then I managed to qualify and go to the Commonwealth Games in 2022. But then, sadly, that didn't end very well because I was actually running on a stress fracture there. Came back from that one, and then like continued to improve, but then had another injury, which I then come back from, and then I had another one. So now I'm come back from that one. But I think kind of the thing it's always shown to me is like, despite all these injuries, I've still improved every single year. And if I can get like a consistent base and I can get a few years behind me with no injuries, I feel like I'm capable of so much more because I've not had that yet. And I think I'm in a much better place now to be able to do that. And hopefully the injuries stay away.
Yeah, absolutely. You said obviously in the commies and you're running on a stress fracture. Would you have run on that stress fracture if it was Tonopandi Track Classic, or was it more, oh no, I'm representing my country, forget about that, I'm doing it?
Yeah, no, I definitely wouldn't have done it for any other race, and I wouldn't recommend it. I don't think it is a good idea, but the physios, they advised me with what they could, but they kind of knew I was going to run that race. And for me, that year was all about getting experience. So I just wanted to get on the start line and be in that stadium and see what that felt like, because the race itself wasn't the important thing to me that year. I just needed all the experience I could get, and being in the stadium was the final thing that I needed. So I just thought I might as well, like, I've got nothing to lose, and I'll deal with the consequences afterwards. Yeah.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean,
what's it like? Like, what's it like being on that start line and then the stadium's quiet and then your name comes over the announcers? Obviously, you need to take your step forward. That must be like, that's been my dream buzz, that is.
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible. It's amazing how like many people there can be in the stadium, but how it doesn't feel as overwhelming as you would think because everyone just kind of blurs into one, and you're there obviously to race, so it all gets blocked out anyway, and you don't
Yeah,
even
tunnel vision.
realize, yeah, there are other people there. But I think for me, it did what it needed to do, which was confirm that that's what I want to do in the future. I want to be in bigger stadiums. So when injuries hit, like after that, I just always remember that moment and remind myself that that's where I want to be back. And
Yeah,
that keeps me
absolutely.
going.
Yeah, absolutely. That's class. So, but you're back now. You had like a pretty tricky start to the year and end to last year, was it?
Yeah.
But you looked sharp, you looked fast, you looked fit, and you looked like you were going to cry in Tornapandy. But that's what you always look like in that last 500 meters, isn't it?
I do. I don't seem to be able to control what my face is doing when the pain hits. And I think it's probably a good thing that I'm working hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't. Even my partner says to me, like, Hannah, just try and smile at the end of this one. But I don't even, it's not a conscious decision. I haven't decided not to smile. I'm just working hard, and that's how it
Yeah.
looks.
It's like,
Yeah, but you know what?
Go on, Nick.
That was brilliant to see. It was like, even as a pro like yourself, seeing how hard you've got to work as well to get those times. And I loved it. Like, it was just brilliant seeing the grit and determination it looked like to me. It's just like, I'm getting this job done, like, even if it's going to kill me. It's brilliant.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
And we had so many messages from like women and men as well saying that they're there with their daughters, and you're like, you're doing your bit to inspire girls of the future, not girls of the future as well, though. Women that are older than you as well, watching you doing it, and like, yeah, that's my girl. Like, that's what we want to do.
Ah, thank you. No, that means a lot. And that's like, even when you went back earlier talking about social media, that's kind of the thing that always boosts me is when you get those messages from people who are like, you know, I found your story really inspiring, or watching you race has
Yeah.
inspired me. Like, I think that's the most important thing. So to hear that is very nice.
Yeah, definitely. I forgot what I was going to say now.
I
How did you
turned my
find
light off.
Tornapandy? How did you find? Is that
Carry
your
on.
first time racing down Tornapandy track?
Yeah, it's racing. I went there, I've trained there a couple of times, but never raced. So it was nice to, I mean, and the weather was perfect. There was barely a puff of wind, and it's such a beautiful track. So it was, yeah, a really nice race to do.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because it's like, since like getting more involved with this podcast and more involved in the running is, you know, and I mean this with the utmost respect, obviously, the watching you were there, like as a female dominating, going, wow, she's so fast. But then you look at the world champs on this weekend as well, then, and you would have been at the back end of these races as well. And it's good to see, like, where slower people are, then you're so fast, but you've also got people that are like, wow, they're so much faster than me as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's always good to have that because it just keeps you grounded, but also reminds you like you've still got work to do and progress to make. And I think that just always keeps you motivated because, yeah, watching the world champs, I just think I want to be there. So it just keeps you
Yeah.
training hard and working hard towards something.
And you've got
You
to
know,
put yourself in these races, haven't you? Like we've said, we was trying to drum up support for the race and get people there. And people are like, oh, I don't want to be racing on Tonopandi track. I'll be last. It's like, you've got to put yourself in these races to
Yeah.
be better and to see what it's like. It's like everyone's got their level, haven't they? And that's where it is. And you've got to try and improve yourself. So people need to, I think people's mindset sometimes can be wrong in wanting to come to these type of events.
Yeah.
they
I
get a
think
bit
it's
scared,
good.
don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good to come last. Like, I would love to
Yeah.
go in a race where everyone is faster than me and I'm like holding on for dear life
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
it's the only way you're going to improve. You're not
Going to
going to
improve.
improve if you're beating everyone.
No, exactly.
No, because I spoke to Jake after, and he said, I think I need to find a race now where I'm never leading, so
Yeah.
I can work towards it. But like I said, what we just, like, going back to what Nicky said, we had boys that came over and done Tornapandy, and the week after was Home Nations down in Butte Park as well. But they're running PBs, but they're finishing in the back, like. But it's like, you got to race these because you're never going to get a 17-minute PB leading a park run.
Yeah, definitely.
No.
Definitely. obviously, Hannah, I want to talk about Mizuno as well. So how did that come about with Mizuno? Pro Rebellion 2 is the best shoe in the world. Nikki doesn't believe me, but I've never twisted my ankle in them, and I twist my ankle in all shoes.
Oh,
How good are they?
that is good to hear. Yeah, no, they are very good. They're very speedy. And I think as well, something they have on a lot of other shoes is the grip. Like they are so fast, but they've got such good grip as well. You can be running in the pouring rain and you're not going anywhere.
Nah, I mine are out on the outside now. I should have brought them in to show you because I'm a heel striker, so you can imagine the state on the back end of my Pro Rebellions. But I'll still buy another pair. They're fantastic. But this relationship with Mizuno, how long has it been going about? How did it come about? Did a lot of brands reach out to you? Do you reach out to them?
Yeah, it's probably a different story to normal. I've kind of been with Mizuno for 6 years, something like that. And it started off actually, they were creating a video where they wanted to tell a story of somebody. And somebody I knew said, "Oh, you should, reach out to them and do this video for them." So I reached out to them and said, told them my story through running and what I'd been through. And they said, yeah, they wanted to tell that story. But then just before I was due to do the filming, was when I got hit with 2 stress fractures in the tibia of both my legs. So I was out of running and there was no way I could do this filming. And I said to them, "I'm so sorry, I'm not going to be able to do this. You're going to have to find somebody else." And they just said, "No, we're willing to wait. We'll wait until, you're back running and then we'll film it." And they did wait, and I got to do the filming, and the video was made. You can watch it on YouTube if you want. And then after that, I thought, what am I going to lose? I might as well ask if there would be some chance of kit sponsorship or something. And I reached out to them, and they said we have to have a think about it. We're not sure. And they said, yeah, we can offer you some kit sponsorship. So I had that from 2019, and then bear in mind, I'd not really achieved anything at that time. It was quite a
No.
fortunate place to be in. And then I kind of got that for a couple of years. And then 3 years ago, I kind of asked if there would be the possibility of extending that to more financial support as well. And they were like, yes, I mean, you've continued to progress. We would absolutely do that. So that's kind of how the relationship has then been for the last couple of years. And I think it's quite rare to have support before you've kind of achieved something. But I think that is what is so special about the brand is they kind of saw my potential and what could happen, and they've supported that and made that happen, because without their support I wouldn't have been able to have all the stuff that I have and been able to train like I have.
Yeah. They're enjoying quite a resurgence as well, because we always associate, I do, Nikki hates rugby, but it's a rugby brand from the 90s when I was growing up. It was mainly rugby boots. The flanker ones, the big ones, but it's enjoying, especially with the new carbons and stuff like that. Like I said, the Rebellions, I only bought them because they were nice, but I never buy another carbon shoe now apart from a Mizuno. But they have enjoyed quite a new modernization as well recently, haven't they?
Yeah, definitely. I think they've kind of taken that step up, and then the more people see other people racing in them and racing well, then they want to give it a go. So I think it's definitely going in the right direction. It's only going to keep going in that direction.
Yeah. Well, if they want to tell the story of a man trying to beat a 6:11-minute marathon in London next year, they know where to come, all right?
Yeah.
Gazi man.
What's next then, huh? What's on the horizon for the end of this year? Obviously going into a winter block. What's the end of this year and next year look like for you?
Hopefully a bit of cross country this winter, all being good. If I've got any niggles or anything, I'll just go onto the roads. Gonna aim for a 10K at the start of next year, and then get ready for the track to try and chase some fast times.
Yeah. Nice and simple, innit?
Yeah, I've obviously got some more specific goals and things I want to qualify for, but I think they only happen if you just enjoy the process, work as hard as you can, and whatever will be. So I'll just keep doing that and see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Nick, have we missed anything?
Don't think so. Obviously, there's a quiet issue ending. Cross country, typical normal runners end of year, innit? The same for me now. Got cross country upcoming, yeah. seemed like standard, normal club stuff.
Yeah, I haven't done cross country for a few years, and I'd kind of got a bit like, oh, I don't want to get muddy and cold. And then I've not done it for a while, so now I'm excited to get muddy and cold.
I love cross country. It's just totally different racing. It's
Yeah.
like total leveler. It's like, right, bring everyone back down a bit. Let's
Yeah.
go.
It's such a good like switch from focusing on times to just
Yeah.
racing, and like I don't think any of your road or track achievements can be
No.
brought to cross country, because some people can just like flourish on it, some people just sink. It's like you say, it's a real level playing field.
It is. It's good fun as well.
So you wouldn't all want to see the state of my ankles after the cross country.
No,
I
don't think it's him to so.
No, honestly. I'd have to do it in wellies stuffed with toilet roll. No.
We don't want to see
Cam,
that.
What we're going to do is we'll take a quick break, and then we do a quick favourites round, and then a couple of questions from Instagram, and then we'll let you get on with your evening. How about that?
Perfect.
We'll be right back.
Bye.
What we'll do now is I'll welcome us back. Nikki does favourites, and that's what we say. Quick fire, but if it takes you a little bit longer to answer because you want to elaborate on it, we're fine with that. Couple of bits and bobs, and then we'll wrap it up. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
There we are. Lovely. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. It is time for our favourite part of the show, Nikki's favourites. Let's go, Nick.
Yeah, here we go, Han. Favourite distance?
10K.
Favourite shoe?
The Mizuno Rebellion Pro 3.
So you guys will have to get a new version.
I'll have to get the 3s now, yeah.
You'll have to get the 3s, you will.
But the good
race?
thing about Mizuno, before you do that, is they're quite cheap at the moment in sale on like sport shoes and stuff. The 2s, and they're still good enough for me because I'm going to be running, hopefully, 3:59:59. I don't need a 3. I can do the 2. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah. Don't need to splash out, yeah. Yeah, anyway, sorry. Favourite race?
Oh God, this is always such a hard one. I like the Leeds Abbey Dash.
That's a 10K, isn't it?
Yeah, just out for 5K, back for 5K. Perfect.
Fast. I think it's fast, and I'm sure I've seen fast times there.
Yeah.
Nice. Before we get on to the food ones, I'm going to ask favourite food, because you seem to be putting a lot of food stuff up and people are loving it.
It's actually bread. I just love bread. I could eat that all day. It's my favourite food.
But which one and what favourite bread?
Oh gosh, just like a fresh sourdough. That's my go-to.
Yeah, sourdough's the best.
Do you like tiger bread?
I do. It wouldn't be my favourite, but
It's overrated,
I do like
isn't it?
It's
overrated.
It wouldn't be the thing I would go for.
Last one, bucket list race.
Oh, I'd like to do the track 10K in America.
Which ones are?
The sound running one. The 10.
I don't know that one. The 10, yeah, I do know that. I know you said that, yeah. Nice. Different answer. We've not had that one before.
Oh, very good.
It will probably change in years to come, but right now.
Right, couple of questions. Are you familiar with Tom Baird from Ponty? He was in Tom Ponty Track Classic. I'm sure you would have met Tom.
Yeah, he did my
paid him money.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Tom.
yeah, of course. Bloody hell.
He's also
I took
Northern
photos
Irish.
of it and everything.
Yeah.
Tom wants to know, how much of a privilege is it to run for the greatest wee country in the world?
It is a privilege, and it is the greatest wee country in the world. So yeah, it's awesome.
That's quite a good connection, because it was you and Tom, you running, Tom pacing, and then Connell was on the camera as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good
He's had some good content the last couple of weeks, haven't he? He's been around the block.
Yes.
Right, and everyone else just wants to know about your cooking, Han. When are you bringing out a cooking book? How are you so good at cooking? Is that your hobby?
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's not like something that I've kind of thought would be a hobby, but it has become one. I am kind of writing my own cookbook, but it's not really going anywhere at the moment, but I will bring one out. I've kind of
Yeah,
worked on like different ideas, whether I could do like a website where I could put the recipes on, or if I should do like you mentioned, a little strand to my YouTube, or
Mm.
just a solid cookbook. But I feel like with the cookbook, I just
Ebooks are
want to
the
give it
rage now,
time.
isn't they?
Pardon?
Ebooks, all no, like you get your
Yeah,
fitness influencers and content creators. We had Sean Casey on last week, another Irish connection, and I know he's done like ebooks as well in the past with the.
yeah.
But then what?
I mean,
It's like, are you cooking for enjoyment? Are you cooking for runners to calorie count? Then it's a lot of questions you've got to ask yourself, Hannah, isn't it?
yeah, I mean, I've kind of got the name that I want and I'm developing it. So maybe I'd go into an ebook, but I kind of want to go big guns, like with a publisher, a proper
yeah,
cookbook that you can get off the
out
shelf.
there.
So maybe
Yes.
wait till the running keeps picking up and then they might want to publish my cookbook.
Like, when you're
Uh,
out on your runs and you're doing your sessions and stuff, are you thinking about what you're going to make when you get home then as well? Does that get you through the last Ks?
yeah, maybe not in the session, but definitely afterwards.
Yeah, and the
Um,
cool down.
I love planning what I can cook for dinner and like what I'm gonna have, and it's never like I don't try and watch what I eat or anything. It's just I like cooking from scratch and I like being creative and just thinking like I'll often say to my partner, if you can have anything for dinner tonight, what do you want?
What?
And then I'll just do that.
Oh, that happens in my house, but that's just to get me to make the decision of what I'm going to cook.
Uh,
Oh, that's amazing. We had a young girl as well that sent you through a couple of questions as well. I sent them on to you as well because there was a lot of questions to get through. But again, that takes us back to what we were speaking about earlier and inspiring these youngsters. I think she was a 15-year-old runner, and she's asked like what your training was like when you were a 15-year-old runner, tips for cross country, lots of questions in there. But I guess you've just answered all that previously when we just said, look, just figure it out and enjoy it first.
yeah, just don't put too much pressure on yourself and do everything. You don't need to. I didn't have a training when I was younger. I just, like I said, did all the sports at
Yeah.
school and it works out for itself.
Absolutely. Right, Han. I just realised I haven't briefed you on the questions we close with.
Oh.
Now, one is easy, hopefully, and we asked for a song for the playlist. So have you got a favourite song that you like? It doesn't have to be running, when you listen to when you're cooking or whatever, but what kind of song gets you?
Oh, my favorite song, which would be like my karaoke song, is "The Climb" by Miley Cyrus.
What a
It
song!
it speaks to my heart. That is my song.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember that was on one of the Madden NFL games a couple of years ago as well. But yeah, big tune. It's a cover, isn't it?
I don't know actually. Is it? But I don't know. No, I don't think it is. But
It
it's
I
is?
know,
just
Right.
no idea.
I love it so much.
It's such a good song. I can't wait to put your episode out so just I can listen to 90 seconds of it. Right, and the last one, I'm hoping your degree lends you into something you might have thought of in the past, but what we want to know is who would play Hannah Irwin in a movie about her life?
Oh, that's really
Is
difficult.
that tricky? Do you watch a lot of
Yeah,
films?
that's pardon?
Do you watch a lot of films?
I'm more of a series person, but I do like a good film. I feel like I'm gonna have to go real, like, big myself up here, and I think Margot Robbie might have to play me. Although she's a bit
Yeah.
older, but she could still, she could play grown up me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Margot Robbie is signed, sealed, delivered. Fantastic. Han, thank you so much for giving us some time. I'm glad we waited 12 months for it. It's a pleasure to see you back. It was a pleasure to see you in the flesh, flying around Tornapandy track. And hopefully, long may it continue.
Yeah, definitely. Fingers crossed that's what we're aiming for.
Absolutely. Nick, anything before we wrap it up?
No, Han, thanks for your time, and yeah, hopefully your injuries stay away from you now and you can kick on to this next stage of your career and keep smashing her out, and who knows, we'll see you on the track at the World Champs soon. But yeah, thanks for your time, and that's it for another week with the Runs podcast. We'll see you on a start line somewhere soon.
Thank you for having me.